Director General, I want to get into the country where you find yourself in right now, which is Rwanda. What role do digital platforms and platformization more broadly play in the economic development of Rwanda?
Because Smart Africa is based in Rwanda, but in reality, Smart Africa constitutes about 30 countries. So we look at Africa as a whole. Today we have a 30-member country. So we do a lot of projects. For example, we do use Rwanda as a springboard in order to actually propagate to the rest of the continent. But it will play a tremendous role in the sustainable economic growth in Africa as a whole. Because think of it this way. Think of an African continent connected. Think of an African continent which has e-services. But there is a fundamental question here. To be able to grow the economy, it has to grow inclusively and in a sustainable way. That's why platforms like e-commerce platform, payment platform, it's so important for Africa as a whole.
Director General, I want to bring in the digital divide into the conversation, and in particular, how closing this divide allows us to move closer to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. How do you see platforms playing a role in closing the digital divide and really accelerating our journey towards the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals?
That's a very good question. The answer is actually in twofold. To support an inclusive and a sustainable economic growth, as we all know that the aim of the Sustainable Development Goal, SDGs 16.9, is for all the people to have a digital identity by 2030. African countries have accordingly been investing in their foundational identification solution, including the introduction of a national ID system, and the digitalizations of their civil registrations and the vital statistics systems, supported to a great extent by development partners such as the World Bank, the United Nations, and the bilateral donors. Legal identity and citizenships are widely recognized as the bedrock of protections, welfare, services, and rights such as voting and healthcare. However, functional identities also include individuals with forms of social inclusion. Example, mobile phone account, because some people in Africa, they've never known a bank account. They only know the bank account since they're born. They only know the bank account through the mobile money account. So the mobile phone account can enable further access to service that might otherwise have been dependent on the functional ID. Smart Africa Digital Identity Working Group brings together a range of public-private actors around the shared goal of achieving a Pan-African interoperability in the digital single market by 2030, while reaching out to all African countries, of course. Government need to build identity management and standardizations of the systems. Smart Africa, in collaboration with the various partners, is working to build a standardized ID management framework for the continent to harmonize rules for mutual recognition. Coming to the second question, which is the digital divide. To close the digital divide in the spirit of the SDG, which concern primarily the development of the non-traditional infrastructures and logistic infrastructure, especially the last mile delivery system, Smart Africa, through the Smart Africa broadband strategy, has prioritized development of innovative financial models as a key strategy to deliver broadband to rural and underserved area in Africa. Other efforts are the drone delivery, for example, in Rwanda, you all know, for emergency medical supply.